This is Nina. In today's video, we're gonna learn how to create pretty Sims, or at least how to enhance the beauty of our Sims without using mods. Okay, so basically I think that there are several factors in having beautiful Sims. That it's always experiment and experience. Like they say, practice makes perfect, right? So if you keep practicing and creating and just experimenting in different Sims, it's pretty much likely to understand what your style is and what you can do to make your sim pretty. But there's also several different other factors that I think are kind of important in enhancing the beauty of a sim. So I have a sim here which does not have any mods, and it's just a very random sim. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the face shape. If you Google it, there's a lot of articles talking about beauty standards. I think the top face shape that is kind of more attractive is the oval shape. But still, this is really dependent on your style and your point of view, what you prefer for your Sims to have, or maybe even the storyline behind that face. Basically, if you're creating a very clumsy or very funny Sim, maybe he or she is a goofball, having a very attractive face does not necessarily represent that Sim's character. If your Sim is going to play a specific role, or maybe just goofball, maybe a mean person, or maybe, I don't know, a lot of different traits, could have a different face shape as the best shape to represent their character. So I think it's really important to keep that in mind. And you can see that our sim is already having that oval shape that I told you. The next thing that I think is the most important thing in creating a pretty sim is study the beauty trend. Now, what I'm talking about is not just to follow trends to make pretty sims. Sometimes beauty trends subconsciously influence our perspective of beauty. So sometimes you define something as pretty just because you've seen that as a pretty thing. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Let's talk about the eyebrows. A lot of options to choose, but if you have to focus on the beauty trends, then these ones are probably not the ones you would choose, because the beauty trends of like this decade that I'm talking about, the eyebrow beauty standards are thick eyebrows. So if I would choose, I would definitely choose this ones, or maybe this ones, or this one, the ones that are kind of aligned with that beauty standard. And you don't have to necessarily use mods for this. I mean, you have a lot of different eyebrows here. Let's say I would choose this one. You're gonna click detail edit mode, and then you have plenty of things to do here. Change them whenever you want. You can just make them look mean or make them look innocent. This really depends on what you want to do. And also, you can just bring the eyebrows upward or downward. Like, this is really dependent on what character you want to create. Let's say I want to keep it this way. Again, I'm not using any mods, and this is just base game eyebrows. You can definitely see the impact of using beauty standards on your Sims to make them more pretty or more attractive. You don't even realize the fact that some different things are more attractive to you just because it's the beauty trend, just because it's a trend. It's really cool right now. You know what I'm talking about? The next one is the eye shape. So basically the eye shape, I think, is the most important thing on Sims, also on real people. I think you have to understand which eye shape is your favorite. So this is not something that you can just Google, like which eye shapes are pretty. Like, this is something that you have to see and perceive and just try different options to see which one is the best. In my opinion, the big and bold eye shapes are more attractive. This is my personal view and this is my style. Maybe it isn't your best option. You have to give other eye shapes a go to see which one is your best, or just using the base game options. This is totally up to you. Okay, so let's say I picked this one. I think this one is kind of upturned in the corners, and this is my style. It might be not your best option, But I'm just explaining how you can change the style of one same eye shape. Let's say that I don't like this upturned corners and I want to change them. You're going to just go to the detail edit mode again, and you're going to click, hold, and bring it down. Like if you don't like it, you can do this. Or if you want it to be more upward, then you can do the same thing, but upward. You see how that goes? Like, this is crazy, but I'm just explaining. On this sim, but you can definitely use a lot of different ones. Now, the next important thing is going to be the nose. For choosing the best nose, again, you have to understand the character behind that sim. Choose something like maybe this. And also the chin. Like, I always like to consider the fact that there's this saying, I don't know if that's related to the face geometry or just something that people say, but I think it's kind of correct. They say that if you put your index finger in front of your nose to kind of like stick to your nose, and it kind of touches your chin, that means that your face is having a very standard geometry. So I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna bring in the chin a little bit. Like, just imagine there's a line here, and I can kind of say that this is more attractive than it was before. And the last thing is gonna be the lips. And I want to have the corners a little bit downturned, like that. You can also make the lips bigger or smaller to your preferred size or style. I think this is more attractive. And also for the nose, like this, to make a very standard face, according to beauty standards again. So this is how I created a very beautiful sim till now. And I promise if you add mods or CC makeup, this will definitely enhance the beauty. It doesn't really matter if you're a pro or you're a beginner. This is something that is not necessarily related to how advanced you are at gaming. And the next thing that I want to mention is having masculine features. Sometimes adding masculine features, again, sometimes, not always, adding masculine features to your female sims can make them more beautiful. Like, one of the things is the jawline. So you can see that the jawline of this sim is not really showing itself. So you can just click on it and see different options to see which one shows it a bit more. So like this one has this jawline that we kind of like. But the problem is that now her chin is going to look more narrow. So I'm going to click it and bring it a little bit out to balance it again. And there we have it. I think she is looking gorgeous already. And I want to add some makeup to see how beautiful she will be at the end. Again, if you're interested in adding mods to your game, then there are plenty of options you can use. This one and also this one are really a lot of them. Like, this one is very much classic. And if you're into classic makeup, I think this eyeliner is your best option. But for her eyeshadow, I really want to just stick to something glittery. Maybe this. I like it. Well, obviously, bold eyelashes are more beautiful. But this is, again, something that you have to choose based on your personal preferences and how you perceive beauty of eyelashes. For the cheeks, we're gonna have something from the game and not adding any mods. I really recommend having Twisted Cat's makeup CC because I think they are really very much natural and realistic. And also about the lips, there's the same thing. Like, you can again use a lot of mods. Like, this one is pretty much natural. Lower the opacity to make it even more natural. Let's choose this lips. I know it's a CC, but I really like it, and I think this is really making her face more beautiful. You can use a lot of the game's options, like this one. If you make the saturation more intense, then it would be this really beautiful pink. I think this one is also beautiful from the game, but what I want to do for her lips today is this one with the glitter. She is looking so pretty. So having beautiful sims is not necessarily related to adding face paint, so we're just going to skip that. But a lot of the times, if you download CCs for like eye colors, it's gonna appear here, so don't forget to check this category too. Okay, so as you can see, I added just the very simple loop earrings from the game, and I also gave her just a hairstyle from Jawline, if I'm not mispronouncing it. So again, this is a CC, this is a mod, but if you want to go like base game or just using the pack, there's also a lot of options. There's really a lot of cool items you can download on internet for free. So I personally prefer using them, but if you want to stick to the game and don't download anything at all, you can just go ahead and pick something from the game. You see, because her face is beautiful, any hairstyle I give her is gonna look hot. I think I accidentally created a Barbie. Like, this ponytail is also so hot. Like, I might use this. You can also change the hair color, and you can see that she's still gorgeous, and it doesn't really matter which hair color you are choosing. I'm feeling blonde today, so let's do a blondie girl. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that you find this video helpful. Please don't forget to leave a comment down below and subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks on The Sims 4, and I'll see you next time.